Our next presenter is Farida Hamza Makame from Tanzania, representing the University of Nebraska, Lincoln.
Good morning, Mandela Fellows. Okay, before I start, I would like to invite you to think about your passion. When you do that, you'll begin to see that our passion drives us. For me, my passion is innovation. I believe in thinking differently. I started my first organization when I was 18 years old. I was a fresh high school graduate, excited to join the University of Dar es Salaam, which was the best university in Tanzania. Little did I know that my subject combinations were just not good for any university in Tanzania. This, to me, was the most depressing time of my life. I began to worry about my future. That's when I thought, hang on, no other high school graduate should feel the way I felt. I started Education Simplified, EduSim, with one aim: connect high school graduates to information about courses and further education so that they feel empowered when they're ready to take that step. Now, I ran that organization for 6 months. It failed. I was just not ready. I needed more skills. So I started looking for my options. What else could I do? At that time, it was very popular to either go to India or the United Kingdom. Of course, with the prestige of the British certificate, you know where I went, United Kingdom. I spent 7 years of my life there. And when I was ready to go home, I just had to make that decision. Now, my friends thought I was really crazy. I needed only 3 years to become a British resident. But to me, that was not my vision. Now, when I look at myself, and when I look at you, all of you, I see that we're all driven. We have ambitions to be the best. We go for the best opportunities. And that's important to us, because that's our pursuit to happiness. However, in our pursuit for happiness, Africa is and will continue to lose her skilled workforce. Every year, 20,000 of our researchers, technologists, engineers, and talent leave the African continent in search of greener pastures. This immigration is what we call as brain drain. As African leaders, should we be worried about brain drain? Is it a crisis? Well, before you answer that question, I'll get you to think of 2 scenarios. How many young Africans in the continent do you know of? They're using their skills and talent to mobilize resources to solve problems within our communities. If you know 100, raise your hand. I'll tell you, there's 700 of you in Omni Resort today. This shows that Africa is changing. We are seeing an increase of resources and opportunities, and this is breeding a new generation of innovators and entrepreneurs. Now, let's go to my next question. How many young Africans do you know that have invested between $450,000 and $1 billion to bring development in Africa? Raise your hand if you know any. Okay, if you don't, Google Mohamed Salah, Egyptian footballer. Google Drogba through his Drogba Foundation. But I'll tell you about one African who has invested $1 billion, bringing lighting to 480 communities in his country. Senegalese singer Akon through his Lighting Africa project. Now, this shows that Africa is and will continue to extend its border beyond the African continent, bringing us new resources, both in terms of capital and expertise. Back to my question. As African leaders, should we be worried about brain drain? Is it a crisis? Some people may think that, but I believe we cannot stop the pursuit of happiness, and we shouldn't. So then, how do we transform brain drain to brain gain? I think of it as 3 steps. First, recognize the African talent within the continent. Recognize our diaspora talent. Bring them together with one vision to build Africa. Build a platform for them to collaborate, innovate, and create solutions for Africa. In short, collaborate, innovate, and build Africa. I'll leave you with one Sudanese proverb. It says, we give 2 things to our children. First, their roots, then their wings. As African leaders, it's your responsibility. Fly as high as you can, but always remember your roots. Connect with other Africans, Pan-Africa, Diaspora Africa. Collaborate, build, and innovate for Africa. Thank you.
Thank you, Farida. Farida. Yes, yes. Farida has challenged us to seriously think about the brain drain crisis we have on our continent.